I was born inside this city, and London has never let me go. It presses inward from every side, shaping the body long before the mind learns to notice it. Even before the day begins, the city is already awake, moving through wood, stone, and smoke. Morning does not arrive cleanly here. It seeps in slowly, carried on damp air and the breath of hearth fires that burn through the night. Smoke hangs low between chimneys and rooftops. The smell of ash, wet timber, and old stone settles deep into the lungs. Our houses stand close together, timber frames leaning inward, darkened by soot and years of rain, as if they rely on one another to remain upright. The bed beneath me is rough, stuffed with straw that has long since lost its softness. Linen lies thin and worn. When I rise, the floor creak, shifting under their age. Nothing here is new. Every beam and post has endured hands, weight, and time. Pale light slips through narrow openings and gray, cutting thin lines through the dim interior. Outside, the street waits. It is narrow, uneven, and shaped by constant use. Mud gathers where rain has passed, refuse where it fell, pressed into the earth by boobs and wheels. We learn these streets as one learns scars, knowing where the ground's firm and where it gives way. Horses pass, hooves striking stone. Carts follow grooves carved deep by years of travel. Every surface remembers bodies. The river is never far from thought. Even when unseen, the Thames moves through London like a slow breath, wide and brown, ruled by the tide. It feeds the city with trade and passage, and it carries away waste, sickness, and death. Barges drift past, heavy with cloth, timber, grain, and barrels. Ropes strain. Wood knocks against wood. Men work in silence broken only by effort. The river listens and keeps its own record. This day asks little of me, yet London asks much. Markets gather early, boards crowded with goods. Fish lie slick and pale, their smell sharp and unavoidable. Bread rests in rough loaves, dark and heavy. Cloth hangs stiff and thick, dyed deep colors that fade beneath smoke and sun. Bodies move close together. There is no space for distance here. We brush past one another without pause or notice. The city grows heavier with each passing year. People arrive from the countryside carrying hope and hunger in equal measure. Some find work and shelter. Many do not. They sleep beneath overhangs, in doorways, pressed into corners where the wind cuts less fiercely. Beggars sit still, hands outstretched, faces worn thin by waiting. They belong to the street as much as stone and timber. Time moves here by sound more than by sight. Bells carry the hours across rooftops and chimneys, cutting through smoke and damp air. Their toll reminds us when to pause, when to pray, and when to bury the dead. Funerals pass often through these streets. Illness travels quickly where bodies lie so close together. A single cough can pass from house to house and linger longer than it should. Yet the city does not slow. Life presses on in every corner. Taverns spill warmth into the streets, their doors open wide to release smoke, noise, and the smell of ale. Inside, drink is poured thick and warm. Wooden tables are scarred by years of use. Daces strike their surface, sharp and quick. Laughter rises suddenly, then fades just as fast. I remain near the edges, watching more than joining, listening to how stories stretch as they pass from one mouth to the next. Truth bends easily here. Familiarity matters more. The smell of London is impossible to escape. Smoke from countless hearths, sweat soaked deep into wool, leather worked and reworked, rot from waste and standing water. It clings to clothes and skin. Even the wind carries it. On still days, the city feels trapped within itself, breathing the same breath again and again. I move through lanes where sunlight barely reaches the ground. Overhead, building close, blocking the sky, water drips from eaves. Rats vanish into shadows. Somewhere metal strikes metal, steady and patient. Elsewhere, fabric is beaten clean, each blow echoing down the street. Every overlaps another. Silence has no place here. As the day deepens, the press of people never truly eases. Merchants count and recount. Laborers pause to eat coarse bread with dirty hands. Children move through the crowd without notice, quick and practiced. Everyone learns early how to survive the closeness. Toward the edges of the city, the noise softens slightly. The buildings thin, and the air feels wider, though still heavy. From here, London appears smaller, but no lighter. Smoke rises in slow, countless chimneys. Bells continue their steady work. Within those walls, prayers are spoken, arguments flare, cups are raised, and bodies are laid down. The city carries all of it without judgment. The light begins to change. Shadows stretch across the streets, climbing walls and door frames. The colors of the city deepen, browns and blacks thickened by soot and time. Candles are prepared, wicks trimmed carefully. Light is precious here, earned and guarded. As the sun lowers, London turns inward, gathering itself for the night. As evening settles, the city draws its breath inward. Candles are lit one by one, small guarded flames fighting the dark. Their light trembles on walls stained by smoke, casting long moving shadows. Doors are pulled shut. Wooden bars slide into place. Shutters close, sealing warmth and dim light inside. What remains outside becomes uncertain. Inside the house, the fire is tended with care. Wood is never wasted. Each piece is placed deliberately, watched closely. Flames slowly across the walls, their movement steady and familiar. The air smells of smoke and cooling stone. The day begins to loosen its hold on the body. Beyond the walls, the city does not fall silent. It only thins. A cart rattles past, its wheels complaining against uneven stone. A distant shout rises, then dissolves into the dark. Somewhere a dog barks, once sharp and alert, then grows quiet again. Footsteps echo briefly, then vanish. The night listens. London never truly sleeps. It rests lightly, as if waiting. Shapes move at the edges of sight. The river continues unseen, the tide pulling water back and forth the bridges. Barges creak softly against their moorings. Smoke hangs low, clinging to walls and breath alike. As the fire fades, darkness fills the room again. The house responds, wood contracting as it cools, beams shifting under their age. These sounds are familiar, almost comforting. The bed waits, rough and narrow. Linen rustles softly. Above, the ceiling beams disappear into shadow. I lie still, listening. The city settles around me, heavy but known. Bells will ring again.